Hi, ETM here. I want to give a huge thank you before we begin. We just passed 150 subscribers. That means that this message is reaching more people who are ready to take back their power. Come, join the movement, escape the manipulation.
Narcissists cannot survive peace. They cannot live in stillness. They are addicts, not to alcohol, not to drugs, but to chaos. They need the storm the way lungs need oxygen. The quiet is suffocating to them, because in silence the mask slips, and the emptiness underneath is exposed. This is why every calm moment with them eventually turns violent, why every happy day gets ruined, why laughter in the room somehow gets twisted into tears, because your peace is a threat to their entire system of survival. Understand this. They are not accidentally destructive. They are strategically destructive. They must shatter stillness to keep themselves alive. To them, chaos is not a byproduct. It is the main event. And here's the truth that survivors must face. If you've ever wondered why they pick fights out of nowhere, why they explode over nothing, why they seem to get restless when things are finally good, it's because they cannot let good survive. They are programmed for ruin. You see, their life is one endless fire alarm. They will burn the house down just to feel alive, and then stand in the ashes and convince you it was your fault. This is why being with them feels like drowning, because you're breathing in their addiction. You're forced to live in their storm. And every time you try to build peace, they destroy it. Not because they hate you, but because they cannot live without destruction. Now here's what they fear most. It isn't your anger. It isn't your rage. It isn't your attempts to expose them. It is your silence. When you stop feeding the fire, the flames die. When you walk away from the storm, the thunder echoes into nothing. Your absence is their collapse. Because without you to fight, without you to fix, without you to fuel their addiction, they are left with the one thing they fear most, themselves. Your silence forces them into detox. It strips away their supply. It drags them into the raw truth that they are nothing without someone to destroy. And this is why leaving feels so impossible. Because the moment you pull away, they will fight harder. They will bait you. They will smear you. They will beg you, anything to pull you back into the chaos. But here's the secret. Every time you resist, every time you hold your ground, every time you choose peace instead of re-entering the storm, you win. Your silence is not weakness. It is the loudest scream they will ever hear. It is the echo that shatters their illusion of control. And it is the very thing that begins their collapse. Here's the final truth. The narcissist cannot survive your absence. They may posture, they may pretend, they may brag and smear and claim they've replaced you, but underneath the mask they are unraveling, because when you walk away, they lose their anchor. When you stop responding, they lose their script. When you stop existing in their storm, they are forced to face the silence they've been running from their entire life. And silence is their death sentence. They will search for new supply. They will manufacture new chaos, but nothing replaces the power you once gave them, because deep down they know it wasn't about love, it was about control. And when control is gone, so is their illusion of power. This is why they stalk you online. This is why they whisper lies into your old circles. This is why they need to rewrite the story about you, because facing the truth is unbearable. The truth that you slipped from their grip, that you escaped the game, that their power was always an illusion, sustained only by your participation. They are collapsing not because you destroyed them, but because you finally refused to be destroyed. Think about it. They built their identity around breaking you down. Every insult, every manipulation, every cold shoulder, every sudden rage, all of it was designed to make you small enough for them to feel big. So when you walk away, when you finally choose peace over war, you don't just exit their life, you dismantle their identity, because without someone to crush, they have no proof they matter. Without someone to control, They have no script to follow. That collapse is deeper than you realize. They are not just losing you, they are losing the mirror that reflected the mask back to them. They are losing the stage where they performed their endless play. And now the lights are off. The audience is gone, and they are left in the silence of who they really are. Understand this. Your greatest weapon was never confrontation. It was never convincing them to change. It was never begging them to see your worth. Your weapon was withdrawal. Your weapon was silence. Your weapon was peace, and that weapon works every time. So if you are doubting your strength, if you are wondering whether leaving mattered, if you are sitting in silence and questioning your decision, hear this. The silence that feels empty to you is the silence that destroys them, because peace is unbearable to the chaotic, calm is poison to the disordered, and your absence is the collapse they cannot escape. You are not weak for walking away. You are not invisible for choosing peace. You are the stormbreaker. You are the one who ended their endless addiction, and they cannot survive in the calm you now live in. That is their collapse. That is your freedom. And that is the chapter they will never rewrite.
Like this video if you've ever felt the weight of their chaos. Comment if silence has been your weapon of freedom. And subscribe if you're ready to reclaim your peace and power.